Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been MIA recently, but I've had a really bad cold. You can probably still hear it in my voice. But I'm finally well enough to film my TBR Takedown 3.0 wrap-up. And so these are the 4 books that I was able to get through during the week. I wanted to do a little bit better, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well, so I just wasn't reading as much as I usually do. So the first thing that I finished was Fates and Furies by Groff, and this was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it. I love the writing and I love the pacing of the story. It was just something that I normally wouldn't have picked up, but I'm so glad that I did. I buddy read this with Mercedes over at Mercy's Bookish Musings, and we had a really great conversation about it. I'm hoping to put up a review fairly soon once I get my thoughts organized and do a little bit more of an in-depth review, but definitely keep it spoiler free. So highly recommended. Next up, I strayed from my TBR a little bit to do a buddy read, and me and Mercedes and Jen from Jen Campbell and Kelly from What Kelly Reads decided that we wanted to read Crystal Eaters by Shane Jones. And this is in an alternate world where everyone is born with a crystal count. You start with 100 crystals, and then as you get older, your crystal count diminishes. If you're in like a big accident or if you are sick, your crystal count obviously diminishes a lot quicker. So it's a really interesting concept. I gave this one 3 stars, and I don't really want to say much about it because I feel like it will give away the story. So if you're into experimental fiction and experimental writing styles and kind of weird fiction, I would pick this one up. I know Shane Jones has a couple other novels as well, and they all sound really interesting. So it's a really quick read, and I'm definitely glad that I picked it up. It was perfect for the readathon. Next up, I finished Locke Key, Volume 2, Head Games by Joe Hill, and this one was just as good as the first. I gave this one 5 stars. I adore this series so much. The artwork is just absolutely fantastic. Like, isn't that incredible? I love the artwork so much, and the story is dark and it's creepy, and I just can't wait to see where the story goes. And the last thing that I finished was Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I read this in less than a day. It's a very quick read. It is about a young girl who is basically allergic to everything, and she lives in her house. She can't leave. The only people she has contact with is her mother and her caretaker, who's been like her nurse for most of her life. And besides that, she just is very sheltered. She goes to school but only online, and she is very bookish. She likes to read a lot, and I really enjoyed the story because it's written in mixed media, so it has different it has like IM messages and notes and letters, pictures, illustrations, and I really enjoyed that all the characters were diverse because that's hard to come by in YA novels. And I also enjoyed that the author is originally from Jamaica, and I really loved that her husband actually did the illustrations for the book, which are stunning. Here's one of my favorites. And so I thought that was really cool that they worked on this project together. And there is a twist in this book. I definitely knew what it was even before I started reading it, but it didn't make it any less enjoyable. Like I said, I sped through this. I gave it 4 stars, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a good contemporary YA read. So I am proud of what I got through. I think that that was pretty good for being really, really ill and not reading as much, and so I'm quite happy with that. And I would love to know how you guys all fared in the TBR Takedown. If you participated, please link your wrap-up videos down below, or if you just want to talk about them in the comments, that would be great too. I'd really love to get talking about it, and I hope you guys all had a really, really great takedown. And once again, I'd like to thank Shannon over at Leaning Lights for hosting the takedown and for being so great on Twitter and hosting all of the sprints and things. I think it was really wonderful, and it's a really good way to make new friends and build the booktube community. So thank you again, Shannon, and I will see you guys very soon. Until then, happy reading.